be stuck watching paint dry over toward, like he was on train. So
Moss
perhaps
growth down alley. It's very mossy. There's some foliage to observe.
I suppose
Some wildlife.
if he can make it there.
Yeah.
Wildlife. Do you remember when the map first came out? The pigeons, Dan. You could boost on the pigeons.
Yeah. Oh, where the pigeons?
Do you remember?
Are, yo?
That was brilliant.
What happened to the pigeons?
That was hilarious.
That's kind of.
It was there for ages as well. It was good. It was
I'm
good.
disappointed in the lack of pigeons. Perhaps though, it should just be chickens. For all time.
They're still bunny hopping. At first I thought, like, can we get rid of the Easter stuff now? But I actually don't mind them because it has a reference to CS in the bunny hopping. I kind of like it.
This is a good opening here from TSM. The aggro mid play, I think, is pretty much a must when it comes to the CT side of Dust 2. And look at Automatic's position. He's actually got himself a brilliant spot there because, again, he's in a spot where he doesn't have to fight to the death. He just, by being where he is, he gets information, and you can see that he reroutes the Ts. So it's very easy for Automatic to have a good bearing of where the Ts are going, and he will get shut down eventually, but he did obviously, again, buy a lot of info for his team. He had opportunity to get frags. Maybe he would have made another frag, who knows, but this time he did not. And now his team are starting to actually wonder what is going on now, because they were, the TTs, sorry, rather the Ts of Echo Fox were able to double back eventually into T-spawn to get that kill. So pretty important that they did that. Still though, 3 players towards the B-bomb site, if only there is one who is at the back of the plateau. So Echo Fox have basically just been moving all over the place. Now will they finally go for that push? Semphis, my friend, you must deliver the goods. And again, great jump from Mo there. That is so important, that bait. And it's all going to be down to these 2 players on the B-bomb site. Sick and Finesse. Finesse will finally go down. Yeah, did do some damage here, but Sick is proving true to his namesake. Couple kills coming in there, just popping those heads, leaving things in a 1 versus 1. Twists, the new man, the new youngster of the team. Oh, he's going to catch Rix. It's going to get an easy one. Rix was not even looking this way. I wish things would go like that for me when I play CS.
Nice.
There you go. TSM win the pistol round. They get the good economy on the CT side, which is always a huge relief. I hate starting off the CT side of Dust 2 with poor economy. It is probably the worst map next to Inferno to have bad economy at the start of the game.
Cobblestone?
I even hate it more than Cobblestone. Cobblestone is definitely one up there though. It's like 3rd for me.
I'll ponder this at a later date.
Okay.
So Echo Fox have gone for the force buy. Mo is on the scout. He's waiting for the CTs to have a look and see what is going on over towards mid. But nobody is peeking him. That's not going to... Well, I wonder if it's going to make them curious to see what's going on in mid, perhaps, and try and get some information as to the setup of the CTs. And indeed, it seems they are going to do exactly that. And we can see the spread of TSM. They've got 2 people on long, 1 player on Goose over towards A, and then 2 inside the B bomb site. So perhaps FNS, well, FNS is actually spotting mid from Car, but he's only got an MP7. So perhaps FAMAS would have been better in that position, as it seems the split is coming in. And perhaps TSM are preparing for it. They must know what's going on here. FNS is charging down towards City Spawn, but he's not going to get there in time. Sick is coming in. Only gets the 1 frag, though. Automatic gets 1 frag and traded as well. So the plant will be made for the CTs. Again, I think FNS, if he's going to be spotting mid, then really he should have a FAMAS in that situation as opposed to the MP7, because the damage drop-off is not going to be very useful for them. So FNS tries to go in on his own, taken down. Twist, taken down. Semphis, taken down. Absolute disaster for TSM.
Yeah, that's worst case. And I said starting off from bad economy on this map sucks, but what sucks more is starting off with good economy and then immediately getting smashed by a force buy. Because then now, I mean, what do? Your money is so terrible, and the Ts can pick up the guns that you bought, and then that makes their economy even better. So you can see that they have 2 of the FAMASs there and an M4. So that's 3 rifles they didn't have to buy, and that they won't have to buy for maybe 3 more rounds.
Considering the range of FNS
crazy
to everything, I don't know why he was holding an MP7 there. Because like you have a guy on Goose who I want to say had a FAMAS. You could give him the MP7. So because he's playing close range, if he's playing at all, although FNS is far away from long, he's far away from short, he's far away from mid, which he's spotting for his team. So he can't really, and obviously the T's are going to be on a force buy, so there isn't really much he can offer compared to if he had a FAMAS for his team.
P90. Good for 4 kills.
That's a lot of money, Dan. That is $2,400. It's a lot of money. You know this, that AK...
Does the kill... No, I don't think the P90 gives you the SMG kill bonus.
Oh no, it must be 300. I think it's 300
I think the Bison also does not give you the kill bonus.
I will check.
The godlike kill bonus?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the P90 doesn't, but yeah. Anyway, we'll get a quick long take in from Echo Fox, which I do enjoy. What I do not enjoy is that the bomb is dropped to T-spawn, which is, there's no need for that. No need for this. So they should, I mean, a player's got to go out of position now to go pick up that bomb. Obviously, though, the CTs are facing towards long and just giving up the kills, so that's fine. But to be honest, you know, playing against or playing eco on this map as the CTs is so hard because Dust 2 is a map of open spaces, and that's obviously where the rifles are going to be very dominant. And there's not really many angles to play from. Oh my god. Roka, why? Or Roka, why would you do this? Why would you do this?
Yeah, the P90 gets $300 kill bonus.
Yeah,
everything else is $600.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
There we go. So in reality, you only got $1,200, James.
Indeed, I'm a lion thief, Dan.
You are a dirty tea leaf. So, the 1-3 and TSM back on the buy. Finally, they can get the buy-in again. But so much money has been saved by this DET side. TSM needs to start winning rounds immediately because otherwise they're going to be up against what we feel like unlimited buy rounds. And they'll go with the standard kind of setup. Start with 3 men towards the long area. But they don't want to contest too heavily for the trades. Which is, you know, a choice you can definitely make it. It's very legitimate, but they do leave Twist there, basically alone, to contend with any aggression. Luckily, they didn't know how much aggression was really going to come into long. It could have been Dan. 2 players, 1 player, 5 players.
Dan. They've got 0 nades. They've got no nades, Dan. Yeah. Not a single one. Because obviously, Twist, it would be strong for if you had a player to just flash for him from the other side of long. And instead, Semphis is going to try and come and wreck everyone, which he's more than capable of doing, actually. A2Z, though, will have the advantage around the smoke because he was further away from the smoke. Semphis being closer to smoke will expose his position first. A2Z, though, is the last man standing for Echo Fox. So it looks like the CT deficit is going to be reduced, unlike the American deficit ban.
Nice. Good shots there from A2Z. But the point I was making there is just that, like, it's really weird, the movement from TSM, because there's a wall of smokes up on long, and they decide to completely abandon Twist there. And as you said, there's no nades to help them out. So that can actually make sense, because they feel like, okay, with no nades, it's going to be hard to actually trade well here. That makes sense. Just like, okay, let Twist just try to get a lot of kills and see what he can do. Maybe he'll get a couple of kills, maybe he won't. But then they come back after a lot of time has passed, and there could be like 5 Ts there, and they have no nades, and Semphis is just there trying to peek. So it's kind of madness. It's crazy he did as well as he did, but again, Echo Fox are in a superior buy.
It was a weird wall of smokes as well. I'm not 100% sure that they threw both smokes, but I'm going to assume that they did. Because normally...
I think they did, yeah.
But normally you would do it sideways across the long corner to isolate the pit player, but they kind of gave the pit player cover. It's almost like they were giving TSM a chance to just abandon long altogether, not knowing how many Ts were behind the smoke, perhaps.
Yeah.
Which is a nice idea, because then you can take long with less engagement, but in the same breath, it's also a gamble, because once those smokes disappear, you can get those pop flashes coming in from the other end of long for the pit player to peek, and you have no warning for that, and you're probably going to get wrecked. So, Echo Fox looking to creep into the long site, sick on choosing the wrong timing to get a nade out with Automatic covering him, but Automatic doesn't save him at all, gets Rix as a consolation frag afterwards. And he has been forced to abandon the site. Roka is already on the flank and very close. FNS won't be ready for that. 2-man spray down for Roka, and TSM have been fully wrecked.
Yeah. I definitely think that's, I think Sean Gez lends a lot of a lot of help to Echo Fox for this being a good map for them, just generally speaking. Because, you know, we saw in the past that Sean Gez was very good at leading his teams on Dust 2. I do think that there are a lot of spots where his past teams like Cloud9, when he would lead them, that they tried to play too anti-stratty, that's a bit too much focus on anti-strat, rather than just playing like solid fundamentals themselves. But generally speaking, you know, he's got some cool Dust 2 stuff and has done for a long time. So it wouldn't surprise me if Echo Fox have a strong showing here. But you know, TSM with this bad economy, how do they recover it? Because right now Echo Fox reset them again, and that's just going to lend Echo Fox more opportunities to build more and more bank. All the TSM rounds that they win are going to be against buy rounds, basically. That sucks. That sucks. Are you laughing at something? What are you laughing at?
You don't want to know.
What do you do?
It's irrelevant.
It's just a random thought in your head.
Yeah.
In that brain.
You don't want to go there, Dan. You don't want to be in this mind.
I really don't. I can see James staring off into space, just giggling to himself about things that are just apparently completely irrelevant.
Always heinous, of course. TSM coming in for a two-man push through CT. They are on the eco with a bit of Kevlar bought here and there, but for the most part, nothing is doing. We've got automatic behind double stack, soon to be dispatched of. Are we going to see a knife here? They seem to know Sick is there. Sick is dead now, of course. All the players surviving for Echo Fox. Going to be boon for their economy. What is that picture of Roker? I don't know. That looks like. What is that thing?
It looks like a hat that says Roker on it, but it's hard to see. You can't see the entire text on the hat. But it looks like
Reese says that his avatar says straight outer complexity.
Oh really? Yeah.
But I don't know where that's written, but there we go.
That is quite funny though.
It is interesting. So, Eco off to a good start, but the bomb site has been taken by the T's, and this should pretty much mark the end of the round. There is still a flank for... this is interesting, actually, because Mo's in T spawn with the AWP, I believe. And okay, that's not going to help the CTs, but what I was going to say is, if one of these CTs crossed and he fired the AWP, then I would just go for the hunt to try and get the AWP. In this situation, it's going to be much more profitable than trying to play for X6 and such, but they will never know he was there. Rick's making a few more packets of $300. 6-2 for Echo Fox. And now we'll see TSM bringing out the big guns once more. Opting more for HEs over Molotovs.
Yeah, it's going to be an AWP either side. Semphis with no grenades, but he's likely going to try the challenge here. And the smokes go down, of course. So, again, the wall of smokes sort of play coming in. Or at least there will be two smokes down there to allow the T's control of long. And this is very scary for the CTs if they lose long. You know, some teams, they might try to give up long. But I think, you know, it's very legitimate to try to challenge here. And we're going to see almost a free kill there for Finesse. He loses no health in the battle. And he got a great angle there, just jumping along the side. And now it's going to be a 5 versus 2. So they completely crush what was essentially Echo Fox at least trying to build into potentially an A-split or just trying to take away map control. And it's not worked out here for Echo Fox.
I really like how Echo Fox are more than up for trying new ideas and so on, like this wall of smoke. But ultimately, I don't think it's... I think they should, if they're going to do one, they should revert to the more standard one. Because it gives the CTs... I mean, the CT is obviously not reacting to them how the Ts might expect, and it's giving the CTs lots of room to play with behind those smokes. Like, for example, you saw the Ts threw a Molotov into pit after putting the smokes down, but then they're not in a position to punish a CT for trying to move around that Molotov.
I've seen that a lot last night as well, actually. On Cobblestone, I remember, there was like a lot of situations where teams were like using Molotovs, but they weren't actually in a position to use the Molotovs. So they throw them, but they can't actually either punish...
Exploit the...
Yeah, they can't either punish the CT leaving that position, or they themselves can't take the position that Molotov is going to give them. So obviously you can't just... You need to get something out of it. Every resource that you expend needs to give a return. So there's got to be some kind of a return.
You can do combinations with Molotovs and HEs. For example, on Overpass B, you can throw a Molotov towards the barrels and then a HE to the water. So they basically run out the fire into the nade because there is nowhere else for them to go. But yeah, I really think the sideways wall of smoke has much more utility for the T's than what we've seen so far from the one that Echo Fox have been throwing.
I hope we're
You can see
actually correct, and it is them for throwing both smokes. It could be that the CTs are throwing one of the smokes.
I'd be very surprised.
I'm not entirely sure. You'd be surprised.
I mean, it's for two rounds in a row where the smokes have appeared.
Well, we do get a challenge through middle, and this is the problem right now, is that because long was clear...
From the back.
Because long was clear for the CT side, because Echo Fox took it, the CTs push catwalk. And so that means that, if you go for a B-split then, the rotation is very, very fast, and you get shot in the back. Exactly what happened there.
In the back.
You got to be very wary about that. And that's basically... This is one of the things as well, like understanding CT rotation. Because one of the key things about taking long, obviously, is that, like, you can have this great situation where you have forced the CTs to take catwalk. And one of the reasons why, in CSGO, teams prefer to have long over catwalk is that it's much harder to trade properly as the CTs on catwalk. There's nowhere for you to really go, but on long there's a lot more for you to play with. But catwalk is just a disaster. And if you lose 2 players on catwalk, the site is just done. You're just basically on the site immediately as the T's. So then you can try to execute into catwalk. But yeah, instead there we saw them get shot in the back as they moved out of middle. It's a very nice seizure of the opportunity from TSM.
It's interesting that Twist was playing so close to the door as that HE was coming in. It makes me feel like if he heard the HE collide with somebody in there, he would have just run in to try and finish them off, perhaps. But since he heard nothing, he doesn't push, although maybe if there's no... I don't know. That might not make sense, actually, because you could just go through anyway if it's empty, if that's what you wanted to do, but maybe not. You could always have somebody holding an angle outside, I suppose, so I guess it does make sense after all. So we've got a bunch of people on short here for Echo Fox, some of which are making some noise, although FNS is staying close to CT, close to mid doors, just in case. We don't often see the Fnatic smoke, actually, which smokes off Semphis' position for the most part. Top of slope, basically. Although standing on the car would alleviate that, but he is, in fact, moved all the way back to long. Rix gets taken down by FNS, who's actually rotated back from CT. And now he's gone to a safer place. Semphis holding an angle on the site, misses the first shot. There are 3 Ts to take down there. If he can hold long, the CTs have control of short already. It's been contested, though, but that contest has been taken by Twist. 3rd kill for him, and the round is already over.
Yeah, that was some really great individual stuff there from Twist, I gotta say. Twists. I have to remember to call him Twist, because because the Zs at the end of his name kind of look like they just kind of add a little bit of a weird add-on.
Twists.
And it does make it a little bit more awkward than just Twist. Twist is easy to say. Twists.
I'm just kind of ignoring the Twists,
right?
Yeah.
So, and obviously you can't call him Twist because...
Why not? This is North America, Dan.
Yeah, but Twist is a pretty famous player playing for an international team.
Tell me why you can't call him Twist.
Because it's an international game. It's just not.
There are 2 players called Adren. We both call him Adren, no?
Yeah, but that's because they're both called Adren. There's no other alternative.
They're both called Twist.
Here there is an alternative. He's called Twist.
What is this argument? Just call him Twist.
All right, we can call him Twist if you want. But his name
who's going to get them mixed up? Twist from TSM and Twist from Godsend.
But it's just nice if you have the name and you have multiple people with the same name. Imagine if there's 3 Olofmeisters. What then? Or 2 Kenny S's. So what is that?
Actually, there are
it's
almost...
a brand, James.
There are almost 2 Kenny S's, actually.
Is there?
Yeah. In the sense that there is another guy, I believe his name is Kenny, and his second name starts with an S as well.
But it's about, to me, it's about the brands.
Yeah, but it's not your brand, so why do you give it that?
No, but it's just I think it's needless.
His name is Twist, Dan. His name is Twist. What do you want? His name is... It says Twist right there.
I know.
His name is Twist.
And I call him Twists. Because that's what he's written, James.
All right, let's see how long that lasts.
It's not going to last very long. It's not going to last very long. Exactly. It's already not happening because I keep just saying Twist.
It's hard to talk quickly and say Twists.
Yeah, I know.
It's really weird,
it is
that,
weird.
Isn't it?
It's a little bit awkward.
I don't know that it's physically possible to say that as fast as we would say Twist.
No,
it just gives you... bouncing off the T gives you access to more vocabulary faster.
I already can't speak. It's already hard enough. It's already hard enough to speak.
Does FNS actually mean finesse?
Yeah, it does.
I like that. I respect that. I like that name.
It does indeed. I mean, you should really call him Finesse, I think.
It's easier.
It's much
one less syllable.
Yeah, it's much easier. And it kind of makes sense as well, like with the...
It's kind of classy, isn't it?
Finesse is a good...
Finesse.
Finesse is a good name. I like Finesse.
Right, well, there's a big push from Echo Fox straight into long. Twist is here, bouncing a flashbang in. Does a 180, and his teammate's going to steal some kills before he can do it. Running around the smoke now, and he will get taken down. But the information should be enough for Finesse to finish off. Indeed, he will. Sean Grills and Mo, last two men standing for the Echo Fox side, looking to get a bomb plant desperately, but Kobe Bryant's retired, Dan, so that will be an NBA for the TSM side. No plant for Echo Fox, 6-6. 2 dozens, Dan. No, that's not right, because a dozen is 12. 2 half dozens is what I meant to say. Thank you very much, goodbye.
Not going to go with Baker's dozen?
What's about, isn't that like 8?
No, it's 13.
13?
Yeah. I believe it's 13, yeah.
We need to find out the story
and a score?
behind that.
The score is 20.
Don't start with the scores.
The score is 20.
The score is 6-6. Semfis and Automatic with the AWPs. 4 AWPs. 4 AWPs. I think we've seen 5 AWPs, but I don't think we've seen 6 AWPs before on Dust 2. But even Oceania, they'll go for 3 AWPs on T side.
4 AWPs is
or CT
good.
side.
This is something we used to see a long time ago with every Fnatic NIP matchup on this game. It was just on this map. It'd always end up in 4 AWPs, which is great. It's very cool, very interesting to see. So far though,
double peak.
It's going quite well for the TSM side. They've already got the first pick. Indeed, as you say, they have the double peak on long. And it's really good as well having those 2 players on long because for example, even if they lose the A bomb site, having 2 players on long means that you can have a really effective retake as long as you keep long away from the Ts. That is one of the most important things because then the retaking players from B can just go up catwalk and then you can get a split immediately. You don't have to worry about sending some of them to long, which is important. But either way, it looks like Semfis will take a better position towards Carr with the AWP, and Sean Gez is going to snap down Finesse, and he's going to be rejoining his teammates now towards the effort from catwalk onto the A-bomb site. But there you go, Semfis with the first shot, and they're just going to keep facing 1 versus 1. Finally, a 2 versus 1, and Semfis will actually miss a shot, but he definitely did a good amount of work there for his team. And with the extra man towards long, life could get interesting here. Twist, they're able to go inside of the crosshair of Sean Gez and die. Although
that is the most rudimentary description.
Twist is going. Sorry, Sick is going to pick up the frag though, and it's just Sean Gez against 2. Can he be good? Oh, that flick is absolutely dirty from Sean Gez, but still, Automatic gets the refrag. Lovely stuff there coming in from TSM towards the end of the round. And we shall see a TSM victory. So TSM, they're coming back. If you consider the way that this map started, they have done a fantastic job. And if you can look at their economy, they are doing so well to be ahead now. Because they got reset basically twice in the first half. And they have 7 rounds. That's actually ridiculous.
Some might say, Dan, that is nice.
It's definitely nice if you're them. Not so nice if you're Echo Fox. And Automatic is forward position. That's a lovely pop flash there. I am so happy that there's that investment of $200 to make sure someone does not die coming down the stairs.
That is beautiful.
That's
Somebody
really nice.
Send me the demo. I must learn. Always good to see that a map as old as Dust 2 still has new things to offer, Dan.
Well, that is basically also the beauty of the metagame to an extent. Because there should always be new grenades, just because there should be new positions or like a mix-up of positions that people take to counter the older strategies, and then the evolution is continual.
Have you seen my new grenade, Dan?
No, shut up. What, your grenade from window or whatever it was?
Yeah. My god tier Molotov.
Molotov's both default and triple and a stack.
Double stack,
stack.
Yeah.
You told me about it in depth.
It's glorious. I made it in 2 minutes, Dan.
Great depth.
I made it in 2 minutes. The addition to the Molotov has been fantastic for the game, don't you think?
It's good. I like it. I was actually thinking about this earlier. It's actually very, very needed due to the strength of the pistols. If you try to consider anti-ecos, anti-force spies without the Molotov in this game, it's just ridiculous. But it's too random, I think. But we have the push coming in from the T side. Echo Fox trying to get themselves in there. Automatic being put to the test. A test to which he will be awarded a massive F, as he only gets a single kill there. Not good enough for his team, as they are just down to 3 men against the 4 defending players from Echo Fox. They do have some, like, quite a decent economy, so they could consider trying to risk it here. Risk it for a biscuit, whatever that means. I don't know what that means, but people say that.
A biscuit's that scarce, Dan.
What's that?
A biscuit's that scarce.
Scarce.
Plastic, mate.
It's not like you're from the north there. It's scarce. I don't know. Anyway, it's Sean Gers and Rix to get the clean up there, and you can see it's so difficult because, again, they only had one incendiary towards the end of that retake. Basically, there's no flashbangs. And there's a variety of pop flashes. I mean, Molotovs or incendiaries are very good on that retake because you can get a lot of good angles like you were talking about for your one. But you can get plateau, you can eliminate the box position. There's lots of spots you can eliminate, but it's so difficult. B retakes are just awfully difficult.
That's a good Molotov for retakes, actually. Somebody standing on a default watching door while somebody is somewhere else looking at the window. Ah, utility, Dan, utility. I feel empowered. Automatic going for that close range cannon, finding no one, however. I do like this angle that Twist is holding, but facing, because obviously it's an off angle. Someone is going to come out, and not many people actually go for the pre-aim towards blue.
Blue.
They normally go straight to the corner of long. Automatic hits the money shot. Those are penetrable pillars, but it's not easy. You often find a T standing behind the pillars, trying to avoid flashbangs. FNS coming in aggressive towards short, getting a frag for his team, leaving his team with a man advantage still. But 4 people have died in 1 second down, and we're down to a 2 versus 2. The A site has been lost by the CT, so both coming in from short. Echo Fox have had problems. Oh no, he's going for the YOLO plant. There is a smoke there, but is there a gap in the smoke? I think the CTs have run past it. The bomb's gone down. Rick's going to pop up and not get the frag straight away. Wrecked by Automatic's grenade, leaving Roka alone on long. There are no nades left for the CTs. Going for a fake defuse here. And they could have gone for the hero defuse, actually. But now Roka's going for the taps. There should be an AWP on the site, actually. He was less than a second away. But Roka takes the last round for his team, giving Echo Fox a hair of a lead versus TSM in the second map of this best of 3. TSM 1-0 up at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, again, look at the start of this. 1 round for TSM, 3 losses. 1 round, reset, 3 losses. And then they get a string of 5 rounds together before finally losing 2 more. I mean, they did a great job, to be honest. And I was very skeptical at their chances to actually take this map and this best of 3 after seeing those first 8 rounds. But they have a real chance now. I mean, even if they lose the pistol, they've given themselves enough of a buffer, I would say, to still be able to win. And again, we have not seen much from them, so we don't really know how good their T-side is on Dust 2.
Dan, somebody, I'm going to give this person credit, actually.
What do they do?
Siolin on Twitter tweeted me and said, the other Kenny S you're thinking of is Kusta. His name, Dan, is Kenneth S.
Oh, really?
Come at me.
That's cool.
Let's go.
That is interesting. I'm interested.
All right, so we've got Glocks on the TSM side. 4 Kevlars for them. Sick will be the grenade man. Automatic just standing around in mid, causing some shenanigans, perhaps trying to confuse the CTs as to what's going on. But Roka sees everything, and Roka starts to pop heads. Well, just the one, no plural just yet. Nice flash coming in from his teammate. Will he dance around the smoke? Indeed, he's going through it, but he gets spotted by Sick, takes him down. 2 CTs down now. Man advantage for TSM, but they're getting popped. Semphis popping them back. Mo goes down, leaving Sean Grills alone versus 3, and they will force the aggression, not giving him any space to breathe. He will drown with the fishes, Dan.
You know the plural of fish is fish.
You know the plural of different types of fish, Dan, is fishes get wrecked.
Is it really?
It is. Yeah. I have been there, not here, but there. I've been there, Dan.
Where is
and
there?
I've had that conversation with an angry secretary at my old work who said fishes, and we tried to call her out, then we all got wrecked, Dan. Although we got wrecked her back because she was talking about fishes, but they were only fish. Fishes were not present. When there are different types of fish, people...
When you say different types, you mean different species of fish?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Then fishes is correct. Whereas if it's a pool of fish of the same species, then it's simply fish.
What about lamb?
Oh, I don't know if they can
say
swim.
lambs or sheeps.
I don't know if they can swim.
Well, obviously, I just come back to this.
Sheeps.
Yeah, you don't say sheeps. That's
You do not say sheeps, but you do say fishes. It's true.
You can, at least.
Kurt Angle style. Oh, it's true.
Anyway, I mean, so can you say... Wait, I want to see the result of this. Finesse is about to be, well, looking quite clumsy.
Mo, why is Mo getting greedy? Why is he moving? Why is he getting greedy? Just stand in line, Mo. You might give the game away.
Get in line.
Oh, the flash is glorious. But the glory is with the CTs for all of 0.1 seconds. Then they lose 3 players, Dan. And back it goes in favour of TSM. Sick is tagged. Sean Gares is desperately trying to reload his CZ. He's dead, Dan, as is Roker. The round is TSM's, as is the lead.
I love the long spray downs. Not the spray downs at long, but just the long as in a duration of time.
The duels, Dan.
Where you have a spray down, and it's like, you know, like there, for example, it's all 30 bullets against multiple players.
I don't like that, because it's like I'm running out of bullets, people are still alive. This is not good. Where's my Negev?
I love how Get Right, that is actually still a thing that he does.
Oh, yes. And Get Right is the glory.
And even in like the most pressured matches, the most top level matches, you still see him doing crazy stuff like that. Where he could, you know, almost 100% of other pros would just burst or tap, but he would just spray it all. Spray everything.
The garden hose, Dan.
Yeah, exactly. He's the king of the garden hoses.
There's such glory in watching him do that.
Yeah.
And to think the spread wasn't the spread nerfed with that update that was rolled back?
I have no idea.
Well, the digs are out, and the bullets are out of off target.
But yeah, the point you made about Molotovs, right? I was thinking this the other day. I actually think that I don't know if it's accidental genius from the CS:GO developers because without Molotovs, the variance in this game would be massive because anti-force buys and anti-ecos would be far more random than they are now. The Molotovs are your safety net to having a consistent result there because it denies positions from what basically like pistols can be as good as rifles on the first couple bullets, or like the first, you know, when you have a very quick engagement in a one-on-one close range, you can get one-shot headshot or one-shot kill with the majority of the pistols. It's ridiculous how good they are. They are so damn good, and I would have a problem with that if not for the Molotovs. There's a line of defense with the Molotovs. And the funny thing is, I remember casting games back when people did not even know how to use Molotovs. I don't know if you remember way back when people didn't know how to use them. It's like, how do I use this? I have this Molotov.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know how to throw it.
For the longest time, from what I can think of, well, I remember Virtus Pro were the first team that I saw use them significantly well. For example,
Alapara were also quite good with them initially.
For example, like if Pasha was AWPing on Inferno CT side on Arch without support from a rifler. If he took a shot, for example, he would throw down a Molotov and then go back to the library or something, or site, etc. So they used them defensively, didn't use them aggressively during anti-ecos, but I mean, they did use the Molotovs first. They picked them up.
That's what the aggressive usage of them is actually what took the most time, for sure.
Yeah.
People are understanding how that really works, which is weird now that we have the knowledge. But okay, so this could be potentially cool right now because if we see a wall of smokes, I'm going to be very happy because you can get a wall of smokes, guarantee a plant, and execute into the bomb site, which can be very strong. Oh, that's so unfortunate though that there was just a small amount of time there for Mo to get the shot off before the smoke bloomed. But I love that TSM put the grenades in place to stop Mo from doing damage with the AWP from Car. That's very, very important. And now you can see they'll get the plant towards short. Now they retake onto short. And we should definitely see how that's panning out right now as the CTs come up onto CT spawn. Semphis is definitely going to be one of the first points of contact. He's going to pop A2Z straight in the face through the slope. Quick no-scope there on these players who are quickly approaching up the slope into that A-bomb site. And all of a sudden, Roka's going to get himself 2 frags here. He's looking for the triple kill and the save in this round. He's going to pop automatic, the dink, and then the finish. And he's going to pick up the...
He's going to run down, because he's got no kit.
Oh, no, he's got no kit.
Run for the hills. I don't even know what the song is. So
run to the hills.
Run to the hills.
Run to the hills. Run for your life. There you go.
Very good, Dan.
There you go. There's some lyrics.
Who sings that again? Is it Prince?
What Prince? You're trolling so hard. That is such a troll. The thing is, you should look up the lyrics of that song. It's not pleasant.
Oh.
It's actually not a pleasant song. It's one of those songs where it's really catchy, but then if you read lyrics, you're like, oh, okay, this is actually not, this is not This is pretty unpleasant, actually.
It's not good.
This is pretty unpleasant.
The bomb's been left in T-spawn, Dan.
This has happened more than one time.
This is, I don't...
Also, Echo Fox are also doing this on their anti-force buys, anti-ecos. They're leaving the bomb in spawn, which I cannot fathom. It actually enrages me. I'm currently in an enraged state.
FNS was trying to shoot everything, Dan.
He was successful. Or almost successful. He didn't shoot the CT. He shot everything else.
Yeah. Oh, Twist, got to be careful. Sean, that's
James,
interesting.
I would like to point out that we are seeing a multiple 1v1s in an anti-force buy / anti-eco / anti-fuzzy buy round.
TSM just lost their damn minds.
Yeah.
Like, they literally just lost their minds.
Yep.
They were doing well. You know, they were looking much improved. And then they just lost their damn minds. Let me stand in the entrance to B with a smoke grenade in my hand.
Wow, he just got wall banged. He just got, as Cadian would say, banged. There we go. So, Mo could be going in there and somehow finds himself a quick kill. He doesn't have any Kevlar. What is this? James, can I just say that this was a suboptimal anti-quasi force buy, anti-eco, anti all that. This is a suboptimal round.
What
upon
the
which
hell was that round?
They had a gross advantage in the round, and they took lots of one-on-ones.
What even was that round? They lost a player in mid to a flashbang, and then they just lost. They lost their. You know how the rest of it goes. Like, just what? What is that?
They just need a.
How do we?
Okay, so there are like.
That's the worst round I've seen this week.
I don't know about that. So there's 2 or 3. I've seen some pretty bad rounds this week. There's like 2 or 3 anti-force buys that are good. You can just run those, and just run them when the opponents don't have a buy, and then boom. But that looked like they were scrambling and had no idea what they were trying to do. They were trying to create opportunities in random spaces in the map alone, which is the opposite of that's like how you lose a round with an advantage. Like
Dan,
that.
if you're against a team who are on an eco, why would you stand in the entrance to B with a smoke grenade in your hand when you have an AK and nobody's there to help you?
You have no teammates helping you. That is really the tilting thing in these situations. But it basically, you know what? I made this point, you know, the other day, that sometimes when teams, you see it, especially in outside the top 8, when teams lose that first player, sometimes they go into panic mode when they're against a force buy or something similar, and you still have the advantage, even if you're 4 versus 5, you still have the advantage. Just have to play around it calmly. The
only way it's okay, right, is if there was a miscommunication and he thought that everyone on the opposing team was somewhere. Yeah, but then why would he be standing at the entrance to be like that with his gun out in the first place? Doesn't make any sense.
I mean, we got the long take here. TSM are back on a buy after the eco, and we had a good venting session there. We vented our frustrations in that eco. So much more venting could be done, but we'll have to do with what we have. And TSM have taken away long, and this is what I was talking about before. When you take away long, and there's no fragging, the CTs gave up long so that they almost always take catwalk because that's the only other thing that they can take. So then what happens is if you try to trade into catwalk, then that can be quite strong. The other thing as well is that if you keep long, obviously you're going to keep long control if you try to go for the plant on A. That can be quite strong too because it means the CTs can't easily split onto their retake. So TSM just have to get the push working here. Mo's going to go close. Oh, gets the double! And that is devastating there for TSM. That's so annoying for them because even if he gets 1 frag there, they're at least in a 2 versus 4. They get the refrag, 2 versus 3. They can maybe get their bomb into the site. There's some options, but that double is the shutdown play. And that's very unfortunate for TSM. To be honest, I'm super surprised that Mo, knowing that the entire team is there, he goes up super close with the AWP. To be honest, because he gets that 1 shot off, he's dying every time, unless he gets the double. But whatever, it's all good. So 11-11 and TSM are being rocked right now in all kinds of weird ways. Not the good ways, or the bad ways.
Not the good ways or the bad ways.
All the bad ways, I mean. Well, that's what I said, all the bad ways.
Not the good ways or the bad ways.
Yeah. They're getting rocked, and not in the good ways.
Or the bad ways?
In all of the bad ways.
Oh, in all of the bad ways. Yeah. I thought you said all the bad. I was like, what? What ways are they getting?
Or A-double-L.
Okay, all.
All
righty then. All righty then, Dan.
The thing is that Brits,
they deserve
ours.
They deserve to be in this position. I have no sympathy or empathy or apathy
Empathy, what is that? That's not a word.
Or homeopathy.
What are you talking about?
After that round when it went into B, I'm just truly disgusted, Dan.
James, there's no homeopathy for you.
I'm truly disgusted.
What do you mean? Which round? Do you mean the?
What do you mean which round? The one where he's standing in B with a smoke grenade.
Right. Yeah, but that's the round. If they lose this game, that's the round where they really lost.
Yeah,
lost the game.
Yeah,
if they lose the map at least. Is it the first map? It is, right?
The second map.
Second map.
What do you mean? Is it the first
map?
Dude,
I don't even know. All right.
What do you mean? Is it the first map?
I don't know.
It was trained.
I don't know where I am.
It was trained in TSM.
I don't know where I am.
And TSM1.
Okay.
So, I think that there's nobody moving.
I mean, either they're just talking or they're saying, we're not going to be able to do anything here.
No,
let's just hope that they push us.
Producer East says that there are some kind of...
Oh, they're having issues?
There's some kind of issue. So...
issue? Like tissue?
They will be doing some round restoring, and then we'll be back into the actual match very shortly. So, 11-11. I feel like TSM had opportunities to take this 2-0, and now who knows what's going to happen. Again, the score is 11-11. They are going to be on the eco for this round, but I feel like the score should be maybe 13-10 at this point. Well, so is it a wasted opportunity?
Is that it's just very hard to get that round out of your mind because it's so glaring. It's just like a cluster fudge, James.
A cluster of fudge.
A cluster of fudge. A delicious mistake, I suppose.
It was very bitter to me, Dan.
What's that?
It was very bitter to me.
Very bitter to you?
Yeah.
That the fudge had gone off, truly.
The fudge was disgusting.
It's past its sell-by date. So, I mean, obviously, that's a situation where you just can't allow that to happen. You just can't allow that breakdown to happen. I mean, that is basically... we saw this... which team was it? It was on a cobblestone. Was it? I think it was Echo Fox, actually. They did this... They had the same situation. They lost a guy, right? I remember going on about this. I think this is the last ECS that we casted. They had the same situation. They lost a man. Then they took one-on-ones all over the map and into like the worst places that you can possibly think to do it, which is like A-Long basically, with no nades, taking one-on-ones against CZs, which is the best case scenario for the CTs in that situation. It's exactly what happened here. They lose a man, they panic, and then they just go for a bunch of one-on-ones, giving the CTs an opportunity to take one-on-ones at close range with pistols. So definitely not an optimal situation. Definitely they need to recover from that. And their last buy versus buy also was a little bit shaky. So problems here for TSM, and Echo Fox in a position to capitalize, and that's what they are doing. So that's good for Echo Fox. They're being brought back into the game. They've got a good setup of weapons right now. Two AWPs. They have an AK-47, couple M4s, full grenades.
Invisible gun mode has been activated for the T's, Dan.
That's good.
We're like it's Quake setting hype.
That is good.
So Rix has been boosted up for the flank. Automatic's close though, so maybe... Oh, Rix has jumped down actually to help his teammate out before Sick gets too close with dangerous pistols. FNS is reduced from 100 HP to 99. And Semphis is positioning himself to get some work in. But it is an eco from TSM, and I don't think that FNS meant to just jump off Xbox like that. It looks kind of hilarious though. Ooh. It's kind of fun to watch when you can't see the gun, in a way, because it's very kind of deathmatchy. I don't know, I like it. It's fun. Every now and then. Not by choice, of course, but there we go. So, TSM back on the buy. Semphis got a big green gun. Rest of his team with the AKs and lots of grenades. For the rest of the team, that is. And
they're kind of lucky that those couple of mistakes don't cost them the match. They can still absolutely find a way to win this match. Obviously, Echo Fox are not going to go into Fnatic mode and then become like incredibly consistent and everyone's going to turn and go beast mode. That's very unlikely to happen. So there's an opportunity, especially with Semphis picking up the opening on the cross, and now it's a 5 versus 3. And the thing is that, again, this is a situation where good CS fundamentals, good team play trades. Play trades in a way where you understand that it's very... you're not giving the CTs easy options to get multiple kills on a spray down or something. And you have to think, okay, how is the best way that they can do that? You know, what the positions that are most dangerous for that? And you avoid those situations as best you can, and you get yourself in there for the trades, and you should win the round every time at this point. 5 versus 3, very hard on Dust 2, because even though there's I like that they're picking the B1 side here too. It could be dangerous. That guy, Sean Gez, is quite dangerous here, but they got the forward smoke, so that can allow them to kind of disperse out onto the bomb site. And Sean Gez, he could try to spam through the smoke. I think that's actually always going to be quite viable in this position, but he's going to wait. And for the players, he takes down the first one. The Molotov will force him out of position. Where's the punish? Looks like he's just going to be standing in the flames, and he will burn down. And actually, some good damage being done here by the CTs overall. 2 versus 3 is a doable situation. A2Z catching Semphis off guard. And that is a big, big play now for A2Z, because now it's a 2 versus 2. That smoke, though, is pretty money. And Finesse is going to take down both players with just a simple spray down. And the round will be won by TSM. But Echo Fox's cash, their bank, is flush with the coins.
Indeed.
Many coins. So TSM could save themselves yet from their grave errors, in the heinous errors, the utterly disgusting errors.
Yeah. The problem is for Echo Fox here that if TSM continue to win rounds, Echo Fox will be broken at arguably the worst time.
Yeah, exactly. That's
so it's the decisions that they have to make are grave, and it may send them to the grave then.
Because it is 12-12, so it's, as you say, like this is pretty bad timing to lose a grip of your economy on Dusty, especially as the CT side. So both teams in position to, or poised to, be able to take the match. Whoever takes control of the economy has good chances to take the match, and this is one of the most important rounds there for that purpose. And Echo Fox with the thing with Sean Gez's position here is that it's because he's got a rifle, being on the Gooses is actually quite decent, but he hasn't really got any support from Slope to take distraction away, and that's usually the money setup. When the T's are going for a cat rush or cat push like they are going to do, the guy on Goose is so good because he can... Okay, we've got Mo on position here as well. But the nades have been good from TSM to deny Mo previously, but Sean Gez has to stop the plant. Sean Gez, that is his main job right now. And we're going to see... Oh, Mo is just smacking him down. 2 players will be taken out, and it looks like Sean Gez is going to finally go for the peak. He was very patient. I mean, I think Sean Gez played that very well. He could have stood to be more patient, and it still would have been quite fine. But this is going to be a very good cleanup from Echo Fox. They play this cat defense very well. And perhaps TSM a little bit punished for just going for the raw A push without trying to work for picks first. But you got to hand it to Mo. Mo, who has not been having the best series.
He delivered.
He had those 2 frags were very important.
Yeah, they were very important indeed. And obviously, his role there is not just a frag, but if needed to flash for his players on long and on the A site as well. So yeah, the player who's normally AWPing in that position, his flashbangs are almost equally as important to his AWP.
Yeah, because also he's in a position where he's kind of alone, but his main role in defending that cat push is that, as you say, like he takes a shot, so tries to get a kill, and then because the smokes will be down there as well, he has to basically flash for Sean Gez to peek, and if he doesn't do that, he still has distracted or taken attention away from Sean Gez to mow them down as they try to go for the plant and the smoke. So it's a very hard setup. Basically, they had a very, very strong setup. Did Echo Fox. So that was a well-played defense from them. And TSM on a very much of a quasi-buy right now. An amalgamation of weapons. And it's not looking too fantastic, or good positions defensively here from the CTs. Echo Fox looking quite good. On the defense, bomb is down in no man's land. Roka is going to fall, actually, so the site's being reclaimed. Oh, the flick from Semphis. Are we going to see some classic Semphis AWP play? Aggression, not giving a damn, but looks like in the effort to throw the nades, he is going to fall. That's unfortunate. It would have been quite cool to see him try to hero defense there, but it's not to be this time around. And the CTs win the round. But, I mean, at least the TSM got a bomb plant, at the very least, so they should be able to buy at least on the next round if they want to. But they're going to force it up. They're going to go for the force. And it looks like Echo Fox are in prime position to win this round, unless they make a mistake, similar to the gravity of, or to the extent that TSM made a mistake in that one round anti-eco. It should be fine here to take this over the line for a third map.
The third map will be Cobblestone if we go that far. Let's see, TSM running out of opportunity now. And it seems they have some kind of setup coming towards the A site. A2Z, though, is going to get flashed in, it seems, or he will have a flash peek at the very least. So I do wonder what the play will be. In A2Z's position, he can't really retreat from it if the nade starts to stream in, which will be super interesting. He has Mo. Mo probably can't afford to put down the AWP and throw a nade in there in reaction to an execute from TSM. We'll see. The smoke starts to come in, and I think that's a proper wall of smoke that we didn't see in the first half. Maybe inspired by the wall of smoke we saw in the first half, they will start to do that. But they haven't even made it out of the choke point. We've got counter, Molotov, smokes, flashes, everything coming in. So it's been a complete failure for TSM. I think they needed to do it early. I mean, it was unlucky that they had such a, this CT's had somebody playing right close to the door when they wanted to do that. So their setup has failed. Mo has AWP'd FNS off the planet, and they will leave a lurker towards long while the rest try to go up short. But unbeknownst to them, there are 2 AWPs in play, and they are surely going to be running straight into the shooting range if they come in here. Again, the Molotov just slowing down the push once more.
Yeah, I mean, this is so telegraphed at this point. This time, Sean Geddes is not playing Goose. Of course, he's got the AWP, and there's double AWPs working in here. Semphis is going to tap down too, and that's going to give Sick a 1 versus 3. It's a very hard situation. A nice idea to drop through onto CT. Obviously, he had to go for the bomb as well. So, I mean, I say nice idea, but there was no other ideas there, basically. That was the only play. But 15-12.
Nice idea to get the bomb.
Nice idea to do the only idea. But yeah, another force buy coming in from TSM. And the problem with these force buys on this map is that, again, pistols suck on this map. The only utility for them is to rush, to gain ground quickly, to get onto a bomb site quickly. That's the only real utility of them. But you can't play at ranges. And Dust 2 is just about ranges. So it's very, very hard to do anything with the pistols. You really want to get those rifle buys if you can. And, I mean, what did TSM do in this position? I mean, mid pushes will be coming in. And mid pushes can be quite strong because you've got good mid-range distances for the pushes. For the pistols. And they're going to claim a frag, full back. Can't pick up the weapon, though. And but it's a 4-on-4, and they're still no closer to a bomb site. And they have almost no utility left. Same for the CTs, though. But I think that doesn't really matter for them.
Yeah, TSM have a player in long, but he's only got a Tech 9. So there's only so much he can do from this range.
This is going to be one of those spots where the tech you have to like really roll well on the RNG for the Tech 9, basically, because at the mid ranges anything can happen with the Tech 9. You have no idea. And here come in the nades. The nades are raining in. These CTs are pushed into different positions to accommodate the fire, and Rick's going to be trying to go for the spray down, and this is actually turning out quite well here for the Ts. Sick actually picks up an M4 as well, and the bomb is down at the moment, not planted just yet, and there is 30 seconds to do so, so there's no grave rush. The Semphis is going to go for a bad plant here.
Why? They've got control of long. I don't understand, unless he's scared that someone's going to jump from slope and shoot him, but...
Yeah, that's probably what it is.
But at this point, it limits the options. I mean, they have a scout as well.
But Automatic only had a Tech 9 too, so it can make sense. He's going to go for the flank. Oh my god, this is so scary right now. Semphis is getting all the tags at the moment. 2 players for the CT is very, very weak, very low on health. Automatic finally comes in for the back with the Tech 9, and both frags will finally be found by the T side. TSM will pick up the round, and they're going to go 13-15, 2 away from overtime. And the money for Echo Fox is starting to look rather sketchy.
Yeah, this is a problem. I mean, Echo Fox only need to win 1 round, so it makes sense for them to eco. I mean, obviously, Rix and A2Z can spend a bit of money, but the rest can't. I mean, Mo's got $1,200 in the bank. So, for the most part, Echo Fox needs to eco and go for as big a buy as they can muster in the last round. Otherwise, we are headed to overtime. Automatic holding an angle on the car. He's got FNS in for support in case things go wrong. Mo's up nice and close with Rix in for support as well. So there are definitely challenges to be had. The bomb's headed towards B at the moment, but again, it's a passive angle being held. Yeah. So Mo is going to get taken down. Rix trades. Rix gets traded. And the TSM team will enjoy a 1-man advantage. I do wonder if they will dispose of Automatic's weapon. They definitely can throw it over the wall if they have retrieved it. I think FNS did actually just do that, because I just saw him pick up a weapon on the box. So good stuff, TSM.
So what's going to happen? Because we're going to go to, we're likely going to, I mean, it's very likely going to be 14-15, right? TSM should win this round. And then it's going to be buy versus buy. What the hell happens? It's anyone's at that point, for the overtime at least. Oh, well, for the win, sorry, even. Because if you go to overtime, who knows?
What is Sick lining up? A short smoke. Oh, no, it's smoke for the cross. Okay.
Nice.
Very nice, yeah.
Nice. All right, well, let's see how well it's going to work out. It's going to be basically a 3 versus 2 onto this bomb site, and it is quite fantastic. And I do really like that smoke. That's one I'm definitely wanting to learn. Shame I don't ever play CS anymore, James.
I know it from short, but not from long.
I played loads of CS before the major. I played loads.
I much prefer that one to the rudimentary ones that people throw top mid, because obviously the CTs can well, firstly, there's often gaps in it because it's thrown randomly, and secondly, it allows the CTs to be much closer, and it gives them much more positions closer to the site. Obviously, the jumping M4 and sniper rifle and such, and they can pop flash through it and cause all kinds of havoc. So that is a nice touch there by Sick. 14-15 then. Echo Fox, what do they have to offer us in this last round? Rix can potentially drop an AWP to Mo, and Mo can't really offer much in return, it seems. Let's see, Rix hasn't bought yet. No AWP then. It seems they're going to go full rifles and nades. So we'll see if Echo Fox are able to hold. Mo's holding a flashbang in case his teammate A2Z runs into trouble. He's holding an angle at the moment. So it seems that the CT's dropped the smoke on the corner. The pop flash comes in. Oh, excuse me, it wasn't on the corner. It was in front of the A site. So Automatic gets taken down. Was he behind a door or something? I'm not sure, but he has been eliminated in a kind of weird scenario there. And the bomb needs to get picked up.
Utility on the CTs really sucks, I've got to say.
I think it's unlucky that TSM have lost a man already. They've got deep control of short. But with no control of long, you have to wonder if they will be committed. So Sick has picked up the bomb on short, and he's going to have a look, it seems, at the site.
Well, the interesting thing is that they've given up A completely. Usually you just have one guy on maybe in pit or something, or maybe on the angle. Well, actually usually in pit, and then, one guy on the crossover or the car position. And Rix is there, he's kind of the third player usually on A. He's there to try to defend against B splits, and he gets eliminated. And this is very dangerous now for Echo Fox, because they can be afraid of the B split, but the A bomb site is completely open. There's no information. There's no info for Echo Fox to know this. They're going to hear the bomb be planted, and they're going to be like, whoa. What is going on? Stenfis is ready to catch one player on the rotation. I think he may even have heard the second one potentially. And this is positionally quite strange, because we've got two T players in middle with the bomb ticking away. The defense here is not, the setup is not amazing. Obviously, it's a short plant, so that is going to be quite nice for the players that we have on Gandalf and also towards short now, that they finally all arrived. But this is still a bit scary. ATZ last player, and it looks like we will go to overtime.
It seems, I can only imagine that Sean was trying to set up for basically a retake on A, where they 100% have control of long. So that, there were a lot of rounds, I want to say in the first half actually, where that was completely different. That was the T's rather than the CTs. But I don't know if he felt that they were struggling to hold the site or something, but rather than try and hold on with no AWP, I think that's the difference. I think because they had no AWP for Mo to be on car, they chose to just control long and then perhaps go for a retake through CT and long, I guess. Maybe short if it worked out for them, but then they had a player picked, and obviously the CTs, I don't know if the CTs coming from CT spawn were in position yet, but Sempis taking out a peeking player to see if anybody was going to flank them from long. Just, it started falling apart from there, basically. Numbers advantage for the T's, the flank into CT spawn. Bit of a mess for them.
Yeah, it was definitely a hard situation. Also because there was they had almost no utility in that round. Their money was so stretched, so strained. So interesting situation, because by and large, I feel like TSM had the stronger of the two sides. Obviously, we went 15-15, but if you consider what TSM had to deal with, TSM had to play so many buy versus buys in their T side. Was it their T side? No, their CT side. Yeah, because they won the pistol round. They lost immediately afterwards. Lost 3 rounds in a row. Won a round. lost 3 rounds in a row. That was their start to the match, which is quite frankly, that's worst. That's basically worst case.
It's pretty bad.
Because that means the CTs build up so much money, which means you only play, even if you win rounds, you just against buys. You're against buys. You have to win against buys and buys and buys. You don't get any free ones, no freebies. But even that said, maybe some of these free rounds aren't quite as free as we otherwise thought, because the whole reason why we're in an overtime situation is because of a massive blunder from TSM falling apart after losing one player in an anti kind of eco, anti-force buy sort of round. And I mean, we saw multiple one-on-ones. They basically handled that very badly. And that allowed EchoFox to get a really strong economy straight away, which then turned into this 15-15. So I feel like, you know, there was a couple of mistakes by TSM, but overall I feel like they were playing better. Now both teams are going to have a lot of money, so I feel like that should favour TSM. But, you know, we shall see. I think it's very easy to call. This is MR3 as well. 10K, MR3.
This is gone are the days of the endurance MR5.
Thank God. I'm just going to say right now, James, I prefer MR3 10K. Unless, of course, I'm playing in pugs. Then I actually like MR.
I like MR5. I like playing CS.
But in actual professional matches, I do prefer MR3 10K in professional matches.
Well,
just generally across the board. Yes, now I've clarified that you can
generally across the board, apart from when you're playing, which means it's not across the board.
No, in professional matches, I'm talking
okay.
about when I'm playing, it's fine. But across the board in all professional leagues and so on, all systems, all formats, I would prefer that.
You could just say in professional play.
That's which is what I said.
You could just leave it there.
But what about my verbiage? What about the?
You can leave your boards, mate.
I'm verbose.
You can leave your boards and chalks.
It's my job to be
so
verbose,
learning about
James.
fishes, Dan. How about that?
So tell me about fishes. Okay, well, it does appear that we have potentially a bit of a mid-take coming in here from TSM. They actually are taking the bomb first. Is the bomb man the first guy in here? Thank God he's not. I thought they were going to send the bomb alone, and I was ready to erupt in just anger, James, because that would be horrendous if he would die in that position. That is, you know, they could lose in the round, but that doesn't happen. They go for the straight up push into the B bomb side, just walking in.
There's a bomb there.
And okay, this is definitely not going as planned here. The defense is good for here from EchoFox, and that was a very bold play. I mean,
Sean's aim's pretty sharp at the moment.
Yeah, it absolutely is. I mean, he's been playing in a lot of hours, that's for sure. But the thing there is, you know, I really liked that they were initially going to go for mid play. Just don't do it with the bomb first. But you can try to pressure into middle to try to get some information, and then threaten the CTs a little bit. Maybe pull some out of rotation, pull one out of the site to try to actually crossfire with another guy mid, then go walk everyone in. Then you maybe on a 4 versus 1 in the site, you know, stuff like that. Try to pull rotation, but they just went for the raw push. It's did not work out this time. It can be quite good if it, you know, catches the CTs out of position, but that was not the case. And the bomb has now been picked up from T-Spawn. And it does look like TSM are thinking about a straight up A split. And the push in from from upper dark is actually going to be very telling here for the CTs. EchoFox are going to know exactly what's coming now. We'll have a very good idea because EchoFox have upper dark and they got long. And they just spotted no one middle from crossover. So they know that everyone has to be on catwalk. And here comes the push. So the CTs should be ready for this. But they're actually not really in position to defend all that well. It's all on Rick. Rick has to get the spray downs in here. There's the first frag. Second one not coming quite so easily. And it's going to be down to Roka to save the day here. And he's going to be doing just that. Able to pick up a quick frag there to lend the advantage on the men to his team. As we have Twist now just pursuing Sean Gers unrelentingly down into CT spawn. That's not going to go so well for him. Semphis now with the AWP. Oh, that looked dead on. But unfortunately, Semphis not able to pick up the clutch. And the bomb going down does not mean much unless you lose the first 2 rounds, actually, which they did. So the bomb going down actually means that they won't have to have to eco. Well, I can't eco anyway. But you know, their force buy is not going to look so terrible. Is the idea. Because again, for those of you that are new, you know, if you have MR3 10K and you lose the first 2 rounds, if you're CT on the CT side and that happens, you're kind of screwed. You cannot buy anything. But at least on the T side, your buys are not as expensive, and you can at least afford if you get the bomb plants to get extra cash.
Right, so 3 rifles on a TSM side, no AWP in the last round of the first half. Pistols onto Semphis, onto Automatic. Meanwhile, we have double AWPs for Echo Fox. We'll see if TSM can pick one up later on. The kills, the frags are quite spread out over the TSM side, which is great. So the AWP may not be so essential for Semphis to have. As Twist could have bought one, but then he would have had no armor or anything else apart from, I think he had $1,400, so he would have had that and a decoy. So definitely, I think, the better option. Automatic has been taken out. The entire TSM team are over towards long, just holding an angle, maybe waiting for somebody to peek. They seem a bit unsure as to whether or not somebody's in the pit. But at some point, they will need to cross. Mo's going to get flashed out of position, and they will charge up close. But Mo is going to go for the peek, not get anything apart from Rex. And that is the A side open as A2Z has gone down as well. So man advantage now for TSM. They give themselves a fighting chance, perhaps, if they can take this round.
Yeah, Rick's looking for the kind of the hero play through the smoke, and his timing so fast, he might actually catch them unawares, and that's exactly what happens. Just dinking Finesse though. Unfortunately, he didn't have an AK for the insta frag, but the grenade from Roka will get the finishing blow in there onto Finesse, and Roka's coming in like a shark, and now it's a 1 versus 3. Sick needs to get himself that quad kill to save the round, and he's going to get popped in the face, and TSM will lose all 3 rounds in the first half. And I mean, this is great.
That's 3 match points done.
Because the thing as well, right, is that TSM had such a strong take to the site. That was a 3-man retake where the CTs were very far away. And all the Ts had loads of time to set up their post plant, and there's loads of them. So that was basically the ideal situation for TSM. They still lost it because of the clutch potential out of Echo Fox. So that's a sad story for TSM. Can they recover? They win 3 in a row, and once again, let's not forget that they actually had a very strong CT half, considering how terrible their start was. They actually played quite well in CT, so would not count them out just yet. But Echo Fox need win only 1.
All right, so it is game point. Echo Fox in a very strong position to take us to a 3rd map. Again, a 3rd map would be Cobblestone Cobblers. Cobobulus. You're welcome, Dan. New word for you.
It's not a word. It's just made up. It's a made up construction of syllables.
That might be correct. It doesn't have a meaning yet. Maybe one day it will be a word, Dan. But for today,
Well,
I am somewhat.
What was it?
Fraudulent.
I bet you don't even remember what the word was.
Cobobulus.
Cobobulus, okay.
It's a nice thing to say, isn't it? Cobobulus.
Reminds me of discombobulation.
Indeed it does. But it's cobobulus, Dan. It's mixed a bit with like...
Completely different. Okay. Of course. Has no meaning yet, of course.
Well, it appears that Echo Fox is going to be going for another wall of smoke, so now we can see what it actually is, what it comprises. There's one smoke over towards the corner, but not the other smoke. So they've left a bit of a gap, and that gap is going to be abused, or attempted to be abused by FNS. Twist is still in the pit, needs a flashbang to come in, and it will, but it'll flash him as well, so he can't really do anything. Meanwhile, Semphis is putting in work, but he's going to get traded, and Twist will give the man advantage back to the CTs. Rex is on the site now from short. He is going to take FNS down. He is susceptible to nades, however, but again, the CTs still have control of long. There is, however, a T still at top mid who could go for the flank, so anything could happen at this point.
Yeah, this is a very weird situation. Got 2 AWPs, they switch out for rifles. Oh, sorry, no, just the 2 AWPs here for the T's to try to defend with. And first skill goes in for Sean Gez. He gets a headshot on the wallbang. Twist, gets smashed in the face by that AWP of Sean Gez. And, the hold from Sick. He's going for the man mode hold. Baby. The man mode hold.
I can take away the pain. Who sings that again?
Don't know.
Is it Ricky Martin?
I have no idea.
I think it is. Oh, no, it's Enrique Iglesias, isn't it? Anyway, there's an AWP onto both sides, and there are 2 map points here for Echo Fox to try and take this over the line. If they lose this round, then they may be suffering financial hardship in the last round of overtime 1, half 2.
You have to get off to the job centre.
Indeed.
Get that, claim that.
Get those checks.
Get the dole. Get on the dole.
I don't understand what just happened there. Because Mo saw the player, but he seemed to right-click instead of left-click, because he came off his scope and then got shot. So I don't know how to explain that one. But he's definitely dead, Dan. Did he actually click right instead of left?
I don't know.
It'd be kind of funny if he did, but I don't know. Let's look at the replay. I think that's what happened. Anyway, that's a significant disadvantage for the Echo Fox side, who are trying to take this map over the line. TSM have control of long for the time being, and I believe they have 2 players in CT, so it seems they might have a read that it's going to be the B bomb site, because they're all moving towards B. And A2Z is the only... Oh, no, there's 2. There's 2. I think they were boosted over the smoke, but they're starting to creep in, actually. So, well, let's see where this is going to go eventually. The B site has now been cleared, but Twist is moving towards the site in timely fashion, but now he's starting to back off. I think he heard some noise there. He will raise the alarm to his teammates and just hold long, which gives Echo Fox very few options here. They've got 2 men and 3 places to hold, short, CT, and long. And they've both chosen to go towards, oh no, the flames, the fire.
Oh, it's not spreading.
The grill, the microwave. Okay, it's all gone. But they've lost the site completely now. We've got 4 CTs on the site versus 2 Ts, Dan. I don't think Echo Fox are taking this round.
It doesn't look very good. Roka's going to get triple faced, and he is done. So interesting to go with the fake, because the thing about that fake, right, is that basically for that fake to work, they actually do have to make both kills. And
in B, you mean?
Yeah, in B. So and they're basically peeking raw as well. There's no grenades to help them. Obviously, you know, entering with an AWP there can be really strong late into the round. And Sean Guest did pick up the first, and he was so close to picking up the second as well. But you know, you are relying completely on hitting shots to sell the fake, and if you don't sell that fake, you're screwed. And even still,
nice.
like, you know, they obviously had so few players afterwards to try to take the round. It's kind of an interesting strategy choice.
The Molotov from long is thrown from the car position. Really nice. I mean, if the T's charge, they can normally, I think, if they have a good spawn, get out onto long. Before the molly goes off, but then I suppose it's rare that people actually do that without flashes, etc., because you are susceptible to being AWP'd. But it is a nice molly, and now Echo Fox will fear the corner, although there are many ways to flash it. Simply through the roof. You don't have to go through them. You can smoke the corner as well, as has been done in previous rounds. Echo Fox with limited utility here. They've only got 3 rifles, Ricks and Sean Grills with Detect 9s. They've got a reasonable amount of Molotovs, however, but they haven't really baited much out of the TSM side yet. They've still got loads of nades, trying to ruin any potential timing of Echo Fox, that Molotov coming in, which will ward off the Echo Fox players from short for the time being. They're moving towards B, Dan, but there are 3 players in and around B, with FNS in CT as well, but he goes for a peek and gets punished.
That's really interesting, actually. When you get that frag, the A play is actually usually much more favourable. Because you're expecting the 2-2 basically, but there's no 2-2, James. There is a 3-1 because already TSM are gambling towards B. So this is a massive problem right now for TSM. They need to get info immediately. And Twist, he's got to kill at least 2 players here, and he's not going to get a single player. This is awful. Sick is trying to move forward to try to get something done here, but all they have to do is deny him and just maintain the numbers advantage, and they should be able to win this round. And Echo Fox, in doing so, take it over the line, James. If they've
got long and short, Dan. They have everything they need.
The CTs are going up from CT spawn, though, and this is looking very, very bad here for the TSM side. Quick frag going in there from Automatic, and we shall have the frag straight back, though, from Roka. It's all Automatic. He won't get it done, and that's going to be Echo Fox taking it in overtime, 19-17. Close map. Could definitely have been TSM's. I think they were in the driving seat, and they crashed the car, James, and the car, they couldn't get it started again. And Echo Fox had that chance. They seized the opportunity, and they'll be able to take it to a third map. A third map in which I believe, you know, Echo Fox do enjoy the old cobblestone. We've definitely seen them play it quite often, so they're going to have some comfort there. And they could steal the series just because of maybe TSM missing their chance.
If FNS doesn't get picked in mid there, then maybe Echo Fox go B, and maybe the CTs win the round, and we go to overtime too.
That's what looked like it was actually going to happen.
Yeah, however, wasn't the case. Cobblestone will be the third and final map in its best of 3, coming up soon after the break. See you back here shortly.